Hey team, how's everyone doing? It is a rainy afternoon here, which means that Cam is home because he's a roofer and they can't get on the roof when it's wet. So I had some time, I have some help with the kids, so I figured I would jump on here and do a training on hosting or finding hostesses for a Facebook class, just how to do classes in general. If I were to say the one question that I get most often, it's on this very subject. So hopefully this is going to be helpful for you guys, and this will be a tool that you guys can refer back to as you're trying to hit Cabo, or if you're just, doing a class. Okay, number one, let me real quick, oh hey guys, hey Amy, Kimberly, Shalina, thanks for jumping on. Really quick, I just want to talk about why I love Facebook classes, Facebook, Instagram, just classes in general. Classes are super powerful because it's kind of like a little mini drip system. You're exposing a lot of people to the makeup at one time, and even if they're not commenting or liking or even engaging in the class, odds are, you know how like it'll show you like the views, the number of views, people are paying attention. So even if you don't necessarily make a ton of sales in the class, or even if you make no sales at all, it's really creating those leads for you. And then you might even get another hostess out of that class. So that's why I love classes, because it connects you to someone else's warm market so much faster. It allows you to build trust with them so much faster than, one-on-one. Okay. So, oh, good. We've got some more people here. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Alyssa. Oh, thank you, Amy. I had some fun today. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how do you find hostesses. Okay, there's a few ways you can do this. If you are new and you don't have any customers yet, what you want to do is you're going to, if anyone's ever messaged you about the makeup or liked or commented or shown any sort of interest at all, what I would do is I would reach out to them directly, always message them, and just say, hey Susie, thanks so much for supporting me. It really means so much to me, like how are you? Kind of connect in that way, and then just say, I have 3 spots available this month for a class. I know that you had expressed interest in the makeup, and this would be a really great way for you to earn some makeup. Would you be interested? Or you can even just take out the class part and just say, hey, I know you had expressed interest in the makeup and your budget was tight, or would you be interested in learning more about how you could get some free makeup this month? Don't even bring up the class. And then they're like, oh yeah, sure, tell me more. Okay, so then that's how you can bring up the class. And if they tell you no, if they don't want to do the class, don't just be like, okay, whatever, and mark them off. Just say, okay, no worries. Would you be interested in opening a referral link? And then you can offer to do, I don't know if you guys remember when I did this a couple months ago, but I created these beautiful little stories in the Unfold app where I just did a recording of me putting on my makeup, and I sped it up using the Slow Fast app, and then I split up the videos using the Cut Story or Continual app, and then I put it together in the Unfold app, which makes the stories really pretty. And I just sent that over to my potential customer, and they uploaded it in their stories, and I had them tag me in each story post. And then if people were interested, they just did a 3-way message on Messenger or on Instagram and connected me to people that way. So there's so many different ways, you guys, that you can find warmer leads without even doing a class. So always have a backup option. Give them the Instagram option or Facebook story option, or even ask them for referrals. Like, well, hey, do you know anyone that would be interested in earning some free makeup this month? And if they tell you no, then, move on. Anyway, so that's how you can reach out to someone who's never purchased the makeup before, and how you can resolve them telling you no, some other options. Okay, so let's talk about how you can reach out to your warm market or your customer base, people who have already purchased the makeup. Something I've been doing today that I'm having a ton of success with is I am just messaging them and saying, hey Susie, we love Susie. Hey Susie, how are you? Hey, thank you so much for being such an amazing customer. You're actually one of my VIP customers, and this month I am offering my VIP customers the opportunity to earn some free makeup. Would you be interested? So not only are you showing gratitude, but you're showing, like, saying like, hey, you're important to me, you're a VIP customer, and this is kind of exclusive. I'm only giving this opportunity to certain people. So it's kind of saying that without saying it. So it also kind of shows people that you're a little busy and that your time is precious, but you value them as your customer. And then when they respond, what I say is, okay, so, and I'll put in the comments like exactly verbatim what I'm saying to these customers, but just so you know, when they respond, I say, okay, great. So there's a few ways that you can do this. You can host a class on Facebook or Instagram. I'll do 99% of the work. You just have to get your friends and family there and comment and participate on the posts. Or you can open a referral link, and then I show them how they can refer people to me, whether by doing a before and after post. I coach them on how to take a good before and after post, or I give them the stories option, or even just sharing their makeup and tagging me in a post. There's lots of different ways that they can send people over to you without hosting a class. So again, if they tell you they don't want to do a class, there's some other options. But I do tell them that classes are super effective because you get people in a controlled environment and it gives them lots of exposures to the makeup, because people need a lot of exposures to the makeup. Like, they're not just going to see it one time and buy. Most likely not. Anyway, so if they ask me that, that's usually what I tell them. Okay, so now if they tell you yes, they want to host a class, this is exactly what I do. I say, okay, great. Here are some times that I'm available. Let's get this nailed down as soon as possible by the end of today or whatever. And anyway, so we make sure we get that all scheduled out. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go and create the Facebook group, and I always name it with their name. So I'll say like Susie's 5-minute makeup class or Susie's highlight and contour class. Like, usually if it's a younger generation, I'll say highlight and contour because they'll understand that. If it's like an older lady, I'll usually say 5-minute makeup class or easy makeup class, or just something that's a little bit more attractive in that way. Anyway, so it's just super generic. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. So I create the group, and then I always make sure I have a really pretty header image with their name in the Facebook group header, Susie's 5-minute makeup class. And then I'm always gonna drop in that very first video. Well, even before I do the video, I do the description. So I let people know, hey, you're here because Susie loves you and she wants to share the magic of a simplified, compact makeup routine, blah, blah, blah. Comment below, or comment to be entered in to win this giveaway. Like, I just kind of give them an overview of what to expect in this class. And then I'll take that description and I'll pin it at the top of the page. So whenever someone gets added, they can kind of read through that really quick. And then I'll always have the very first post, which is what is 3D foundation. You guys can find this in the mock Team Freedom Facebook class. If you're not a part of Team Freedom, let me know, or comment below, say like Team Freedom or whatever, and make sure you add yourself, and then I can get you approved so that you can view that mock Facebook class. Anyway, so the first post is what is 3D foundation. You can copy all the verbiage, go to the mascara Dropbox, which is in the link for that is in the pinned post of our team page, and you can pin that video with the information, okay? So I usually have that along with the prize that I'm gonna give away. I always offer a prize, usually just like a lip and cheek or something simple. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, so that when people get into the class, there's already that waiting for them to kind of read on. And I will tell my hostess to start inviting, usually like 1 to 2 days before the class starts, just because if you wait too long, then it's easy for people to forget about the class, okay? So now, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with my hostess, you guys? This is the key, okay? Every hostess is different. It all depends on how social they are, sorry guys, I should have turned off my notifications, it's distracting me. It all depends on how social they are. Like, are they super friendly? Do they have lots of friends? Are they anyway, are they connected to people? That is really going to be a big determining factor on the success of your class, but you still can coach them to have a successful class even if they're, not a super social person. So what I'll do is I message them and I say, hey, here is a little script that you can send out. I want you to personally invite I tell them at least 15 to 20 people. If you want to have a good class, you could even ask them, like, what are some things that you're hoping to get for free, okay? In fact, let's start there. Sorry, backtrack guys, sorry, this is rambling. Just like we ask, our artists, what is their why, you want to ask your hostess kind of what their why is. So if you can get them excited about the products that they would love to get for free, that's probably going to help them be a little bit more motivated to reach out to people than if you just say, okay, here's what you do. So first off, thank them for being willing to host a class, and then ask them some things that they have their eye on, if you don't already know. And then say, okay, well that would, be $100 or whatever, so this is how much we'd need to sell in order for you to get these products for free. So you're kind of back engineering the goal for them. And then you can kind of tell them, this is usually how much a first time purchase is. And I know that with your help, if you're willing to do the things that I teach you to do, that you can easily achieve this goal, okay? So don't ever guarantee it unless, they're super coachable and they are willing to do the things. Okay. Oh, thanks, Taylor. Okay, guys, sorry, that was such a long tangent. So anyway, I'm going to send them the script I'm going to send the hostess the script of how to invite people, which that's in our team page. If you go to search hostess script in the team page, you're going to find all of that information. And then I'm going to give her a little graphic that she can send when she's personally inviting her friends. Okay, so she's personally inviting. I make her an admin of the Facebook page so that she can approve everyone. I make the group private. I always do groups, you guys. Don't ever do events. Always do groups. Always do groups. And then once she's got all of her friends in there and the class is getting started, before I do any more posts, I always ask her to post her own before and after if she uses the makeup. Her own before and after. Again, you want to coach her on how to take a good before and after. Make sure you're sitting in front of a window with good natural light, same angle. Use the layout app to put your before on the left, your after on the right, and then have her share her little mascara testimonial, this is why I love this makeup. It's so convenient. It's been such a mom game changer, whatever. So she does her post, excuse me. And then throughout the class, I tell her it's really important that you are loving and commenting on every single post and tagging your friends in relevant posts and be messaging them and engaging with them and being hey, did you see that post on the eyeshadow? I know that you really love eyeshadow and I think there's some looks in here that you might really like. So just have her always be engaging with her customers. And I think it's really important too that if she is willing to have her do a lot of the posts, you can even send her over some of the posts and say, hey, schedule this post for 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Here's the graphics. Here's exactly how do you schedule posts. Because I think the more that the people see that she's the one posting versus me, because they don't know who I am. They're like, who's this Paige girl? I don't care what Paige has to say, but I love Susie. And I'm going to, Susie invited me. So, if Susie's posting more, I'm probably going to pay a little bit more attention to what Susie is posting. So depending on the hostess, just see if she's open to scheduling some of those posts so that they can come from her. And then before you go live, so I usually do 1 to 2 day classes. So there's kind of trickle posts throughout the day. I always go live at night because most people are home. I usually do it later when kids are in bed around 8:30. And I will have Susie message all of her friends individually, reminding them about that I'm going to be going live and to send the link of the Facebook group just in case they haven't joined the group yet. So she's going to remind all of her friends that Paige is going live. And then while I'm live, she needs to be on there, obviously, with me. She needs to be watching the live and then tagging her friends. Oh my gosh, Mallory, you would love this. Amy, you would love this. You should watch this. Check this out, if the hostess is excited, whatever energy that the hostess brings, the potential customers are gonna feel that, okay? So anyway, so I'm gonna go live. She's gonna be on there with me. And then when I'm done, I will do a few more posts about the 30-day money back guarantee and stuff like that. And then I'll usually have the hostess do a post saying something like, you guys, thanks so much for participating. It means so much to me. My link is going to be open until such and such date, whatever. I usually leave it open for a week just because a lot of times people need to wait until they get paid, or they just need a little bit more time to think about it, or they need more exposures. And then as customers are sending selfies, or potential customers, I will have Susie you know, contact that person who sent me a selfie if they send it to me directly and just say, hey, like, I saw you send a selfie, like, what are you thinking? Because I'd rather her kind of be the one closing the sale and like getting the feedback, especially after I build a cart, than it coming from me. So I'll build a cart for the customer once they send me the color match, but I want Susie to kind of get a feel for, you know, where they're at or what they're wanting. Is this all making sense? Hopefully this is. Maybe give me some likes if you're like, okay, this makes sense. Anyway, so do you guys see how involved Susie is in actually closing the sales and participating? If Susie's just mass adding people into the Facebook group and she's not commenting or participating, she's not even on your live, guess what? Odds are people probably aren't going to buy. So, but I understand not all hostesses are going to be that willing to do things. So something I say too, like as I'm, you know, talking to them and they say they want to do a class, I always ask them, like, do you think you could at least be able to get 15 people into the class, you know? I want to make sure that they're going to be committed too. So I think it's really good to set clear expectations with your hostess that, okay, like, let's talk about some things that you want to get for free, and let's talk about you know, what that's going to look like on your end for you to get those products for free. You know, I always tell them it's going to be a little bit of work, but if you're willing to do the things, it's going to be really successful and you're going to get lots of free products. Guys, my most successful classes were was when I had clear expectations. I told them the amount of work it was going to take, and the hostess was willing to do the things. Like, I've had classes that were like over $2,000 and the hostesses like went out big time. Like, they got tons of free stuff. So it's totally possible, but just remember, like I said, there's no such thing as a failed class. If someone does not purchase, don't like be like, oh man, I'm never doing classes again. They totally suck. You win some, you lose some. I did a class a couple weeks ago that was a total dud. I've done classes where I didn't think anything was gonna happen, and then a week later, like 2 or 3 sales came rolling in and I made a couple $100 or sold a couple $100 from the class. So don't shoot yourself, you know, like, don't shoot it away and think that it's not going to be effective just because of that. So, okay, I think that's everything, guys. Wow, I really should have turned off my notifications. My phone is blowing up and it's distracting the heck out of me. Okay, yes, see, there you go, Meredith. Perfect example of that. Let me look at my notes here to see if there's anything else. I think that's everything, you guys. Okay, do you guys have any questions? For those of you who are with me live, do you have any other questions about classes? Let me just scroll and make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. Yes, keep trying, Samantha. I promise. If you use these tips, and that's the other thing, like, too, a lot of times when I'm inviting people to do classes, I always like to look for people who I think would actually be fun, like, or are nice and they have friends, and I think that they're probably gonna have people who want to support them too. I think I've talked about this before, but if you're reaching out to someone who's like, they're not really active on social media, you know, they're not like super like social or nice, it's going to be a little more tricky to like have an effective class with them. I'm not saying you should never prejudge, right? You should still reach out to everyone and give them the chance, but working with people who are coachable will make all the difference. Meredith, what if you close a party link and then another order comes in? Do you open a new link? This is where I will usually talk to the hostess and just let them know that they can leave the link open as long as they want. Like, if you want to earn free rewards and you have people that you think are going to take a little bit longer to order, like, let's leave your link open, and give you the chance to earn some more free makeup. You need Shalina, I need help with technology. Okay, maybe Shalina, I'll do a little screen recording on my phone of exactly how to set up a Facebook class. Is that what you're asking? Probably. Okay, all right. I won't take up any more of your guys' time. Like I said, I will drop in below like some of the scripts that I use to find hostesses and what I've been doing today. And guys, a lot of times too, when you are asking people to host classes, sometimes they turn into artists because they're like, well, heck, if I'm going to be hosting a class, I might as well be an artist and get the commissions too. So anyway, for those of you who are gunning for Cabo, definitely utilize these strategies and tools, and let me know if you guys need any help with anything. Okay, love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.